Hey.
Hello. Well, let's just jump right into it.
I told you how it's gonna be. It's all just like a fantasy. Source of the absolute knowledge. It's a wicked source of all.
You've been very, very busy since your last release, Out of Touch in 2018. You've had to put out 2 EPs and a whole remix album as well. But this will technically be your first full-length release since 2018. How are you feeling back in the album cycle?
I feel good. I feel pretty confident about the album. I'm excited about it. And then, yeah, time goes so fast. It's kind of crazy, like 5 years already. But it was pretty special 5 years, I think, I must say.
I hear this album is very close to your heart. How are you feeling going into the release date next Friday?
Yeah, there will be. Yeah, we're just making another video. There is more collaborations, and that makes it more. There's more. I feel like there's more variety in the songwriting, and yeah, it's going to be double LP. It's pretty long album, but yeah.
I'm a particularly big fan of Drifting Away.
Drifting away, I've been thinking of you. Drifting away.
I think the second to last single, I Forget, was a lot of fun, and the music video was a great time as well. What I'd love to hear about, especially for I Forget and putting together with the music video, I'd love to hear how you guys put together not only the visuals but also the sound for that song, because it's very futuristic, it's very cosmic jazz oriented, but all your visuals are very, very retro, very vintage. I'd love to hear how you put together the stylistic differences between the two.
Yeah, with the videos, almost, yeah, except all the videos except one, we've been working with my friend Frank, and then looks like we share some kind of aesthetics, so it's been easy to work together. I don't know. Yeah, there's no trick how we've been combining stuff. It's just like kind of intuitive.
It just comes together more organically than. I gotcha. Well, talk to me a little bit more about Chaos Magic then. So you recorded this album all over Europe before landing there at Mutual Sound Studio and putting the whole thing together. I was hoping you could tell us a little bit more about your travels and how they helped put together the sound of Chaos Magic.
Yeah, it's more about it's mostly, almost all is recorded in here in Athens, in Mutual recording studios, and then I've been just writing about it, like writing songs in different places, making demos, but the end product has been made here, and that was one place was in Estonia. I was in a music residency in the countryside, South Estonia, and then yeah, just like when you are sometimes like being away from home and some idyllic place, it's like, it's inspiring. It's not maybe it's not such a big surprise, but and then you are there's more room for thoughts to not be around everyday stuff, but you can focus better to something new.
Would you say that there was a city you found yourself feeling more inspired in, or inspired by more different influences?
Uh, yeah, but it's not like I feel like many places can work like that. Just like it, you just need to find a nice spot. Also, yeah, same thing I did here in Greece in the Hydra island, and then in Switzerland I had a music residency. But that was actually more about we always were in the studio with like in pairs because there was other people, so that was more collaborative. And where else? Well, then just like here and there, I've been yeah. Well, writing lyrics that's more like I don't need so much equipment.
So, getting back on the kind of production of Chaos Magic, you've described this album as a back to the roots album, and you also said that it was inspired by the Greek word chaos, meaning the abyss created when heaven and earth were separated. Would you say that this album is more rooted in heaven or earth?
Well, yeah, I feel like one interpretation about that is like it's like the description explains itself somehow. Like we are living between heaven and earth. That's like includes all the life. So it's very much from that. Yeah, but okay, if I would have to choose, I would. Well, it's from between, but more heavenly. I would. I hope.
I sure like to think so. I think you have a very, very ethereal sound to you, if that makes any sense. But what I really want to know about, I'd love to hear how you put together the Chaos album cover. What's with the sword? How'd you put it together? And why is an album cover, especially with a song as instrumentally as complex as this, why is that cover so important?
Well, I guess like in many cases, like when I was working on this album, but I had some idea. I was aiming to do something, but then it turned out to be something totally different. And this happened almost with all the videos, and then also with the cover. I had another idea, more like angelic portrait, and then kind of like what's that style? But more like angular text font, and also more angelic style, and no sword. But we had a photo session with my friend Isotta in Berlin, and then I guess because the references what I gave to her was like kind of also medieval fantasy, and then she brought a fake sword. So we took all kinds of photos, and then this seemed to be the most fitting for the cover.
So a lot of this album really came together more organically than I think you'd care to admit.
Yeah, but I like it because sometimes when you have an idea, it feels more original if you don't accomplish it fully.
Right.
It becomes something new. You have a direction, but then it's like you kind of surprise yourself, like whoa, that it becomes something more original, I think.
I think originality, is a big thing people kind of like to kind of throw out at artists these days. What do you think it means to be original? Because we pull influences from all over the place, whether we realize it or not.
Yeah, well, that's true. And I think in this album there's so many influences. It's just you cannot help it. But it's nice feeling just for yourself that you are not like you're like surprising yourself, and that you're not. Of course, that's just having. I think for most of the people making music, they are inspired by the music that they have been hearing, and that's just how it is. Maybe, also just sometimes if you try to like go for a certain style, then it's even better if you don't know how to do it, because then you then you have something original. Just like it's also like your style comes from your limitations as well.
Could you expand on that from your limitations? How do you mean?
Yeah, like if you're aiming to do something, and then it comes out as something else because your style, it's not necessarily lesser, but it's different, and that's good. That's better.
Different is
Because
always
why do
good.
the same thing?
What sounds really came together for you and really clicked for you when you were putting together this album? Because I know you've had a lot of experience with a lot of prog jazz and kind of indie disco and kind of those type of sounds, especially a lot of cosmic jazz. I'm a big fan of that. I grew up listening to a lot of like Masushi Takanaka and Crusaders and things like that. So I'd love to hear if there were a couple albums or artists that really stuck out to you during the production of this album. And what has been sticking out to you lately?
I just made few mixtapes, and then I wanted to find new stuff, and it's fun. I found some, and it's like, but what for the album, I think there's like, from this Finnish kind of proggy bass player Pekka Pohjola.
Mm-hmm.
He's somehow mainly for the first song, that is the kind of jazzy one, and then I feel like maybe there's some like maybe Scott Walker influence, and then maybe Haruomi Hosono and like Yellow Magic Orchestra I like very much. These are not any of these, like they're not like new finds. For the French stuff, it's like Ellie and Yakno. Also, well, this one saxophonist who plays on the album, Jimmy Tenor, he's my like idol. But I used to listen to his music when I was younger, and then like starting to make my own music. So it was great to have him playing on the album as well.
How did that come to happen? That's got to be amazing working with your idols.
Yeah, well, I've been knowing him actually for some time, but and then we played at the same festival or on the same bill, but never recorded anything. I mean, we were not in the same place when for this album. He was in Finland, I was here in Athens, but he was like, it was super easy. I had this idea like, for this song, flute, and then I sent the tracks, and the next day he would send it back, like super professional.
Again, comes out 11/17, Chaos Magic. You're going to be in Cologne on the release day, and then you've got the rest of your Chaos Magic winter tour. Are there any dates you're super excited about?
Well, actually, I'm just excited to go to Berlin and then rehearse with the band, because we've never played together these new songs, and there's still a lot of work. So that's my main focus.
Absolutely. I hope you're going to Berlin a little bit sooner than the 16th.
And I will go on there on 13th, actually.
3 whole days, 72 hours. That's all you need.
Yes, definitely.
We're big on the 2 run-throughs and send it going over here. Well, after your tour, what comes next?
I guess there's more touring, and then there's Christmas.
Right? Yeah. No kidding. Well, are you heading to any other parts of the world for next year? You go to U.S. tour, Canada, North America?
Well, I haven't seen in the dates, but like, I really hope. Yeah, going to US, it's not so easy because my visa is not on right now. And then, but yeah, everything's possible. I hope that it will happen.
We'll hope so. We'll keep our fingers crossed, and when you do, hopefully we'll be able to get out there and see your shows. We hope you'll invite us. Well, I always like to what are you listening to right now? What's your favorite 253 on Thursday, November.
little look here.
Le sang toujours froid.
Well, this I listen to a lot in the summer. It's the Sweet Enoughs, and the album is Marshmallow.
Marshmallow. All right. Well, all right there, Jaakko. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, quick and painless, no problem, no curveballs. We hope you had fun. And again, on behalf of myself and Tonitruale, thank you so much for coming on again.
Yeah, thanks. It was fun.
Voici comment les gens finissent en enfer.